You raise a very important question, which is Keynesian economics. I think the big debate in our country really is those people that believe in Keynesian economics, that think that by government spending you can increase wealth, and those that believe in classical Austrian economics, capitalism, which know that spending doesn't create wealth, only production creates wealth. So let's take a moment to educate our viewers and explain to them why, because would you agree that this is a basic economic conflict in our society, and really whoever's right about this is right about the policy? So like right now the debate in Congress is about the Democrats want to increase taxes and they want to spend more because they believe in Keynesian economics. Simply, they're mistaken about this, right? So why don't we take a moment to explain why it is that just by government spending, you don't increase wealth. And here's my first question on that issue. Where does the government get the money to do the spending?
Well, certainly it gets it from the people in this country who are working for a living, who are making products, providing services, and the more money that the government takes out of their pockets, the less opportunity they have to make either consumer decisions or saving decisions or investment decisions, investing back into this economy. Let me give you an example.
So before you go with the example, so every dollar that the government spends is a dollar that the private entrepreneur or ordinary citizen cannot spend the way he thinks it should be spent.
That is exactly right.
So go with your example.
Okay. Tax dollars taken out of a rancher's pocket are tax dollars that they do not spend buying equipment, adding to their breeding stock herd, having more heifers that produce more cows, that produce more calves, that produce more product to sell in this country and in other countries. And that's true whether we're talking about cows or computers. It is very important that we have a robust private sector. And what we're seeing too often is companies that take their businesses offshore because our regulatory burden, coupled with our tax burden, is too high, and they can produce the same product less expensively and re-import it into the United States. So our manufacturing jobs have dried up. Furthermore, in this Obama economy where they're trying to inflate the cost of electricity and other power by favoring solar and wind and other renewable energies over hydrocarbon energy, is creating a situation where one of our best advantages remaining around the globe, having reliable, affordable, plentiful energy, is at risk. And once we lose that advantage, we really have no advantage other than the fact that we have a solid legal system. Well, there are other countries that are catching up to us in terms of the fairness of our legal system, and that alone is not going to be a factor that tips the scale in our favor. So we have to be much more competitive in this truly competitive global economy that we helped create.
Excellent point, Congresswoman. You know, one of the things that people don't realize is that who knows more about how to spend your money? The person who produced it or the government bureaucrat? Isn't that an obvious thing?
It seems very obvious to me, but maybe that is why I'm so comfortable in the Republican Party and so uncomfortable with the Obama administration's approach to this economy. By all appearances, President Obama believes in a much more powerful, much larger federal government, and that the ability of the Washington elite and the ruling class, so to speak, to make determinations about what is best for individuals and their families throughout the country is superior. I believe nothing could be further from the truth. That life in Wyoming, in Alaska, is so much different from life in Chicago, where the president is living, that he can't possibly, and the ruling class, the political class in this country can't possibly better understand how to spend that money.
Well, thank you for educating the public and doing this interview with The Bottom Line. I wish you the most success in your career and in reforming the Congress and bringing down the size of government from like 25% that it is now to hopefully under 20.
We're on it. It's a train wreck coming if we don't do it. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your time, Congresswoman.
My pleasure.
Very good.
All right. Thank you.
Good interview.
Thank you very much.
I think
yeah,
that'll
you
be
asked
helpful
good
to
questions.
for the public. I think that's the problem, really, that the people don't understand that Keynesian economics doesn't make any sense.
None.
And so if you just think about it a little bit, it would, I think, with those things that you said, I think it should help for people to realize it doesn't make any sense.
Well, I hope so.